You will not see a black business in Chinatown. They guard and protect their areas. It's just, and you may say, well, this is the American land for the free and the brave and everything else, but these people are guarding their neighborhoods. There's little Korean neighborhoods that protect their own area and their interests. But you want to be everybody else's patsy, and that has to stop. And if you don't have common sense or the decency to want to see a future for your children, then this is a wasted effort. Then you will continue the next 150 years being, again, somebody else's flunky, somebody else's tool to be used, and somebody else's economic tool to support them and help them in their endeavors. If that's what you want for your children, then you need to just, this is not for you. How can we make changes? Again, meeting and, again, organizing. That's the first thing that we will do. And then I'm going to talk about further things, what Dr. Anderson talked about. I'm going to talk about other things that Dr. Wilson has done, and also things that we need to move forward with. I think everyone should check themselves as to say, whether you watch this, what I'm saying is what we're doing in Cleveland, we're putting these things into action, into play. I hope that you also do this with other groups. Start meeting with people. Start looking at your communities, start looking at these buildings and see what you can do to occupy these buildings. See what you can do with these abandoned housings, because there's a lot of work that can be done. Some of these communities, a lot of your communities can be saved by people who are willing to step out and do things that are uncomfortable. And I will say this, liberation is not cheap. It takes money. So again, one person can't do it all by themselves, but if you get a group of people, many people help, it takes a lot of the load off other people. So it's up to you to want to make these changes. Again, I just talked about something in general of what Dr. Anderson is doing. I'm talking about some things that we're doing here in Cleveland to try to make changes for our communities. So if you are willing to do that, I will be following up again with a more elaborate plan of what we can do to change our communities, what we can do education-wise to save our children, because again, the educational system is not geared toward us. Our children are being taught a European model. And the things that I want to elaborate on is between the 4th through the 6th grade, our children are being destroyed because they're not being told their true history. And therefore, they don't feel that they've accomplished anything. We have to do something as far as counteracting some of the deficiencies that the public school system is not doing for us. And I'm advising you to start getting into the history books and start learning things about your people. History did not start with just us being on the slave ship. And those who are arguing about Africa, I want to express that a lot of us are having things talk about the Nile Valley, but we need to talk about West Africa, the Renaissance of what it had and how it collapsed, South Africa and East Africa. Africa is a giant continent that has many contributions to us. And we need to also know about the other people in Africa. We need to know about the Great Wall in Zimbabwe, how it was done. We need to talk about those people, the Zulus, how they fought against the Dutch and what they did until 1901 to how they were defeated. We need to know about Queen Anne. We need to know about the Candace Queens. We need to know a lot more about our people. And basically, here in Cleveland, I will be opening up a situation where I'll be teaching our history and how great it really is. But you got to know the good, bad, and the ugly also. Our children need to know the truth and quit being lied to about the Pilgrims being these wonderful people, that we didn't fight for our own freedom, and that we didn't contribute anything to this country or to the world. So with that in mind, I'm going to close this part of our talk in reference to the, as I say, empowerment of our people, and then I'll come back within a week or two and we'll discuss another part of what we need to do to concentrate and start getting people moved in the right direction. Again, Mott Hotel.